Hey, hey. Hang on, I gotta get people here. Just a few minutes. Gonna try to finish it this stream. There's still a lot of them though. I have no idea. Not 100% sure. Go big. Here we go. Oh. Wait, what? Joro? How did you manage to get here? I think this is like the time when people are just not available. Since I'm just waiting for people. 1 second. Wow. That's pretty lucky, huh? Or unlucky, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Normally when I stream at this time, they tend to be asleep, I think. Or like, not at home. Some of them watch without volume by the way, at 0, so they can't hear anything. And the stream is a tier list, so if they can't hear anything, they probably just gonna watch the video after. Virulent eruption. Wait, what? Isn't it in some of the mart? I think it's in Alto Mare, right? In some of the mart. I don't know. I think there's a Toro there. Pretty sure they should make eruption permanent. So I don't know. I forgot. In some kind of event, I don't know. Probably was Christmas. Okay, I want to start now, or I'm never gonna be done with all of these in today. The rant never stop. Too many rare Pokemons. Half of them are useless. A quarter of them are usable. Maybe 10% are good. Okay. Alright, let's go. So we live at Gen 4, right? Oh, Gen 4. And wait to get to Luxray. So we're at Torterra right now. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so Torterra. I don't know how to... Yeah, I don't know how to describe this one. We kind of use it once with Choice Band. But it does have other set, like the utility set with a little bit of HP, just a little bit for the bulk, and you can also run Stealth Rock Synthesis. I think they run Wood Hammer and Earthquake, not so sure. But it's Zapdos here as a defogger. Some of them run Toxic or something like that, or Stone Ash, I don't know. I have no idea. But at least you have a good matchup against Rotom, which is going to be the main defogger here, but you don't want to get burnt by Will-O-Wisps, so I'm not sure how you fare against that. So I used Bandit, and it was alright. It wasn't that great though, because it's kind of slow, and you know, it has like high base power move, but its attack stat is actually not that impressive. It's not low, but it's just normal. So I don't know. If you compare it to like other rare Pokemons here, there's no way it's better than, let me see a grass type here. Venusaur, no. Can't use it as a tank like that. Sceptile, no, not. Rotom, definitely worse than Rotom. I don't know. I'll put it in F's here because I just don't think you should use it. These here, like, if you use it, you're okay. You have some purpose. Still not sure about Hitmonlee. Gotta try that later. Hey, yeah. Alright, so that's Torterra. Let's move on to Infernape. Infernape, for some reason, I think it should be stronger. It was UU in Gen 7, so I think it should be stronger. But whenever we use it, its special attack set is kind of okay. But somehow I use Adamant with Bandit. It works better. I don't know why. The special attack set, it did have like a good showcase for the first time I use it, but then later on they just kind of catch up and they know it's going to be special. So I guess me switching into physical makes them like wonder why. They just catch them off guard, I guess, because they tend to go Tornadus on the Infernape and then I just web it and kill it. Because if you have special, you never kill a Tornadus, and that's a pretty common Pokemon too. So Infernape, it is okay. It's very decent. I don't think it's bad. Compared to, let's say, Charizard Y, it's kind of lackluster though. You don't use it. I think it's better than Rotom Heat. We're just comparing the fire Pokemon right now, but they have different purpose, of course. You're definitely better than the Blaziken without speed boost. Hey, I love you too, right? I don't know, I put in B or C. I don't use it enough, but I think I use it a decent amount of time, even more so than Salamence, and it did okay. But the special attack set is kind of lackluster right now because they know the Adamant set apparently works better for some reason, or like Jolly, I don't know. C or B. So I put Salamence in B just because of his special attack set. I don't know if I use it more, it's gonna be less effective or not. For now, I think I put it in B, probably alongside Heracross or something like that. I don't know. It's not that as easy to slap into teams though. You have a funny Elite Stealth Rock Infernape with Taunt. Some of them run Overheat, I don't know. Taunt Endeavor, Mach Punch, or Vacuum Wave. Fine, I'll put it in B for now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a C, but if you look at the C tier Pokemon, I can see that it's better than some of these mon, but it's also worse than some. So yeah, I put it in B. Fine me. About Empoleon, I actually like Empoleon. There was a time we used Empoleon as our staple. Oh yeah, Mixnip and Mixmans. I think the fully special attack mans with Fire Blast, Hydro Pump, and Draco plus Roost, man, that one is fire. I can hit almost everything. I don't worry about Chansey, obviously, because I do have like a fella to break Chansey, like a Crawdon. I usually pair with Crawdon. This special set is fire, and yeah. So we talk about Empoleon, right? Empoleon. So there was a time where I use it as my main like rocker. It does pretty well. It has Toxic, of course, running Toxic, Self Rock, Protect, and Scald. because, you know, even though you have not necessarily a good matchup against the two most common defogger in Rotom and Zapdos, but if you run Calm Nature and you have Protect and then Toxic, it's pretty annoying for them, and they can't just defog and then they Volt Switch out. They can't, because there's gonna be rocks on the field always, because we Toxic them. So if you Protect and do all those stuff, Self Rock, whenever they defog, you just Self Rock again, and then they have to accept that and Volt Switch out, and they actually gonna take Rock when they come in, and also Toxic and stuff, and you don't take a lot from a Volt Switch from Zapdos or Rotom, because your Calm Empoleon, you're gonna take like 35 or something like that, and then you with Protect Recovery. I actually think it was pretty solid, and it was my choice of Rocker for a while. But then you run into some, you know, various problem. You see some substitute Suicune. I don't know why. So I started to remove Self Rock for Roar. Now that I think about it, maybe I should run it again, but this time I don't run Protect anymore. I run Roar and Self Rock, right? Self Rock is my main purpose on this Pokemon, but then I start using Roar instead of Self Rock. Maybe that was a wrong choice. Maybe I should just run Wish to heal it back, and then I'll run both Roar and Self Rock. It's gonna be nice. I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I think it's solid. And this one is... I chose this one much easier than Infernape to be in B. I'm more comfortable with this one. Pretty confident too. I think I would likely to use it more than Milotic and Vaporeon. Definitely. So our B is my choice. Did you run into with Infernape? What do you mean? Yeah, I run through Torterra, Empoleon, and Infernape. Two of them in B, and Torterra is in F right there. Luxray I'll put in F. Bro, it's so frustrating when this Pokemon is like common in the main games or regional games. Like they are everywhere with Starly, yeah, so with Starly and all that stuff. But then translated into this game, they became like tier 9, pretty rare, and then the Starly is still the same. And obviously, Raptor is just much better than Luxray. I don't know. It's so weird because it works like that. And it's also a Gen 4 Pokemon. I mean, I can make excuses for the Gen 5 Pokemon to be rare because their region is not here yet. Like Unova and stuff. And I guess we get Astrela and they're gonna be released there. I don't know. But Luxray is like... I don't know what's the excuse to make it rare right here. I have no idea. It's not good. I guess its design is good. It looks cool. But then that's gonna be even more painful because as good as it looks, it's not as good to use, and that's very painful. I don't know. So he has Intimidate, good ability. Guts also a good ability. But I feel like I mean its speed is not low, but it's like not high enough, and its attack stat is like okay. The problem is probably that you have a lot of good Guts Pokemon like Honchkrow, Heracross, and well, even Toxic Boots and Goose. Yeah, you have good Guts Pokemon. You don't have any reason to use this guy right here. An electric physical attacker. I'm not sure about electric physical attacker. What is the most used physical electric attacker that you see? I don't know. I see all special. I don't see any physical electric, right? Because they kind of wax. If they have something like no, they have coverage, but then they have to touch the rough skin and the helmet, and they have the ground, and the ground Pokemon is usually a Landorus or a Glaceon or a Garchomp. They're very annoying, or a Hippo. All of those are very bulky. They never die. They never die to one Ice Fang either. That's kind of weird. So yeah, I think it's just the nature of his Pokemon just bad like that. I think it has good ability, and that's all. Can't carry it through. Can't carry it through. Yeah, I can't recall any. Yeah, I can't recall any like competitive physical attacker that is an electric type. No, they're all special. Weird. Very weird. Okay. So let's go into Rampardos, which is gonna be also F. Man, this one's just no brain, only attack. Yeah, loading golem. Oh yeah, it's only to trap Heatran. Because if you trap Ferrothorn and Skarmory, they don't die, and then they kind of saw you out. That's kind of funny, because if those, yeah, tend to use Magnezone or some stuff like that. Only Heatran is the most efficient niche it can trap, maybe. Trapping Heatrans, your job. And even so, you can't even just go straight into the Heatran because it has Earth Power, right? It's weird. Okay, so Rampardos is gonna be F because it only has attack. It doesn't have anything else. Its book is pathetic. Defense low, special defense low. Even with the Sandstorm buff, its special defense cannot reach 200, which also dies to like 100 come from Rotom Wash with no special attack investment. Doesn't matter. And your defense definitely, you're definitely gonna die to a Mach Punch or a Bullet Punch even after they get intimidated. So, what to say about this mon? It only has the attack. You know, attack is all it has. Its speed is slow as well. Like what? Bro, if a Pokemon is slow and frail, doesn't matter how many attack you have, you're probably gonna be the worst Pokemon of all time. Because at least if you think of Deoxys speed and Deoxys attack, their speed is just like phenomenal. This Pokemon, slow and frail. That's just a recipe for disaster. Yeah, I don't think any Pokemon that match that description is good, you know? And of course we use it twice, by the way. Just to confirm, we use it twice, and it was a struggle to make it work. In the first video it did like almost nothing. In the second one it did better, but not like, you know, the condition met. We did see as a stall team, which, you know, you can use Volswing and U-turn to bring it in, and they are stalled, so they don't deal a lot of damage, and you can take advantage of that. But yeah, sure, it's not D. So Bastiodon is also F. This one is like the opposite. Why are they like that? It only has defense, and its HP is not even high. Right? Its HP is like 200. I mean 300 or something. It's not high. Special attack and attack stat is just miserable. I mean, I get it, you are a tank, but at least carve out some niche of yourself or something. Some of the tanks are like very bulky, but at least they can hit back or like have utility moves. If you look at Shaco, it's very bulky, but also has Stealth Rock and Seeky Web, and it's in some team you use it as a lead. And this Pokemon right here, it does have Stealth Rock, by the way. It does have Stealth Rock, but if I want to use something that is only bulky and it can't do any damage back, it better be a Shuckle. It's not this one. At least Shuckle can also knock off an Infestation, all that stuff. Encore, Final Gambit, I mean, come on. You can't compare to Shuckle, even though they are two different things. But this thing should do more. Its typing is also terrible, by the way. Very terrible. Rock and Steel is very terrible. If you are a defensive Pokemon, you better be not Rock and Steel. Like, why are you Rock and Steel? You 4 times weak to ground, and also 4 times weak to fighting? Like, what? Also weak to water. What kind of typing is this? This should be like an offensive typing. Rock and Steel? Yeah, it should be an offensive typing. Doesn't make sense, man. Okay, so that's in F. We have a bunch of F Pokemon right here. And next up is going to be Pachirisu. Are we playing VGC right now? Because I don't think... Okay, also in F. Nothing to say about this one. It's Pikachu clone. Yeah, all the Pikachu clones are just... Nah, no one likes them. If you play VGC, maybe. It has one World Championship trophy, you know, on its belt. So I don't... I mean, I don't mind this Pokemon, but definitely don't use it. I think the set you probably run is gonna be Super Fang, Toxic, Nuzzle, and then some electric move. I mean, Volt Switch, something like that. I don't know. But definitely don't use it, yeah. Definitely don't use it. Its stats is just miserable. Makes no sense. So let's move on to Gastrodon, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, circumstantially, yes. Because, you know, it rises to the occasion. If it's good, it is very good, and you use it in the metagame specifically, and then it can fall down whenever it wants to. I mean, this mon is just like a silver bullet. Yes, when you need to take down something, you bring this mon in, and, yeah, wall stuff, and then when the meta doesn't demand it anymore, it just fell straight down to like the bottom of the barrel. Maybe not. It's still good. You know, its typing is good. Water ground is always going to be a good typing. It has good ability, which is going to be Storm Drain. And it does have a bunch of moves you can use, like the Curse set with Earthquake. You know, you have Earth Power, you run special attack with Scald, Clear, Smog. Can't forget that. Also Yawn. The biggest thing about this thing is that it doesn't have Self Rock, and that bothers me a lot. If it does have Self Rock, you're probably gonna see it more and more and more. But it doesn't have Self Rock, so that's why you have Sidemito as well. Sidemito is here, right? It's probably here, down here somewhere. So a Gastrodon, I would say that it doesn't hurt. That if you slap it into the team, it never hurts. It doesn't hurt. But sometimes it's quite passive and you don't like it. Its bulk is weird sometimes, because if you invest in all special defense, its defense looks not bad. It's like 180 something, and its HP is going to be over 400. But somehow, you know, tanking all the physical hits doesn't look as good. I don't know. If you run like physically defensive and then the special is gonna be, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. Its bulk is a little bit weird. And its HP is the biggest asset, yeah, because without the big HP, you can't afford to run like fully either special defensive or physically defensive. At least if you have like a big amount of HP, you can tank one side tremendously and the other side is just decent. I kind of like Gastrodon. I don't know why when I start playing Pokemon, I use the Baton Pass Tail Glow to this Gastrodon for some effort. I don't know. I think it's like it's like the melodic stuff here. It's almost the same now. And Vaporeon too. Yeah, I can't put it in B. I think Empoleon is actually better. It has Self Rock. This one has reliable recovery and it can do a lot of stuff. Mirror Coat, it can learn both Mirror Coat and Counter. I forgot about that. But yeah, overall I would pick like an Empoleon over this one, purely just because it doesn't have Self Rock. Probably gonna be a better Pokemon if so. And for now, C is like okay, so I'm not sad about that. It's a few of my favorite Pokemons, the Gastrodon. So yeah, stay there. Drifblim is gonna be F tier. Right, F tier. Yeah, funny unburdened set. I was trying to get a flare boost for a while, but then I hunted like for like 30 minutes, and then I popped my black medallion, and then I just give up. No more hunting this Pokemon. I don't know why I even went through all those just to get a flare boost Drifblim. I guess it sounds cool with flare boost. Basically just guts. But you know, it buffs special attack, so that's a set at least. You also have Unburden with Acro, Flying Gem, or you're gonna run Substitute, Citrus Berry. That's up to you. It does have Calm Mind. Doesn't have anything to boost attack though. Maybe actually, if you run Substitute, you can actually set up on Chansey, which is not a bad thing. You know, not a bad thing setting up on Chansey. No slouch. But aside from its HP, defense, special attack, and attack are just like mediocre. Especially the special defense and defense. They're pretty low, right? They're pretty low. Special attack and attack is like mediocre. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any breakthrough here, and yeah, it's gonna say an F for now. You probably know why. Ghost Flying is not quite what I'm looking for either. It's like an offensive typing, but then your offensive stats are not that impressive. You have like a huge amount of HP for no reason. I would love to like trade some of those HP to some attack or like special attack, but that's not how it works. That's not how the game works. So you gotta go with that. So we move on to regular Lopunny, also in F. Even though we used it more than we should. You remember the switcheroo clutch set with like a Assault Vest or something. I even used Choice Specs. Yes, we did use that. When Clutch wasn't coded, we use Choice Spec because it works. Now, with Clutch being coded, you gotta use Assault Vest because, you know, tricking the Assault Vest is kind of nice. Yeah, so we use it in like a bait team with Mega Metagross and Mega Lopunny, just switching out the items and stuff, and it works really well. Aside from that, haven't used it in any serious team ever. Well, granted, I did bring the other team to the tournament, so that's it, I guess. This one is definitely an F-tier Pokemon. I mean, you have, yeah, mediocre attack, pretty low special attacks stat. You also have Fake Out. Healing Wish, I would say, is like its best asset, because if you're just looking for Fake Out and then return, you know, switcheroo, there's a better Pokemon to do that, which is gonna be Ambipom. Yay, Ambipom, the superior one. But yeah, you probably don't want to run like regular Lopunny ever. Just saying. It's a bit off topic, but what do you think about new mechanic feature release? I haven't watched that video. I would just adapt when it comes to Gen 9, right? We can have like some Gen 8 farewell on Showdown as well, where I try to climb like all the ladders, but that's for the future. But Gen 9, when it comes, it comes. When it comes, I'll try to learn and adapt all that stuff. But for now, I'm not anticipating anything. Not even hyped, by the way. Not even hyped. It sounds weird though. Pokemon chain typing with an item. I don't know how that sounds, but okay, it looks like some fan fiction right there. You know, when they draw a Pokemon they want to create. You know, this is kind of like that. I don't know, kind of like that. Okay. So move on to Mega Lopunny. One more Mega Evolutions. Oh no, you're gonna get like no Mega in probably like 10 years or something. Yeah, Mega was actually the best feature. Z-Move was notorious. So was Dynamax, right? I think those two are the failed mechanics that they tried to add there. They're kind of similar too, like powering up a Pokemon and make them unpredictable. Whereas the Mega Zone is just like turn them into new Pokemon with the cost of an item. Yeah, I think Z-Move and Dynamax are failed mechanic, and Mega is a good mechanic. It's the last good thing that we had, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And you won't get Megas in like, I don't know when the Mega is gonna come back. Maybe they never come back. Sad, man, just sad. Very sad. Anyway, Mega Lopunny. This Mega is very solid. In Pro at least, because if you run it on Showdown, it might not do as good. It's more on the niche side of Showdown, because if you see a lot of offense there, Lopunny is just gonna dominate. It's just like the kryptonite of offense, any type of offense, Screen, Veil, Hyper offense. You know, they all afraid of Lopunny, and sometimes you gotta accept that your team is gonna lose to a Lopunny no matter what. But against balance, this mon is gonna be checked a lot. But I don't actually mind using it even when I see balance team, because I do have other breakers to support it. And this, if I want to get some ratings at the end of the month, and I don't know what team to use, I'm probably gonna use a Lopunny always, and it always worked. So at least in Pro. So and it's also my favorite Mega, like my most favorite Mega. It's gonna be in A tier. I think it does as well as Mega Metagross, to be honest. It's reliable, you know. You can't go wrong with that, even though you got walled a lot. I mean, Metagross also got walled a lot. Let's be fair here. When we use Metagross, we kind of have to remove 1 or 2 obstacles normally to get through the team, and Lopunny is kind of the same. If I make some double rise, I can just go through all the way with Lopunny. And the good thing about it is that we don't lose to any offense, which appear a lot on the ladder. I don't know what about that, but obviously you see a lot of offense. And high jump kick miss. Well, then you're gonna say the same thing about Medicham, but it's still strong, right? Can't count on the miss. see, Mega Scizor and S tier right here, it doesn't miss. You know, this Metagross missing Zen Headbutt, Meteor Mash, all those stuff. This one missing high jump kick. This one has high jump kick, Zen Headbutt. Look at this Mega Scizor, man. It has U-turn, Bullet Punch, never miss, and it has a lot of PP too. Bullet Punch has like 48 PP. Crazy. Never runs out of those. Okay, so pretty nice, I guess. So let's move on to Honchkrow. It does have super luck. I mean, if you're looking for like a straight up better Absol, it's gonna be Honchkrow. It doesn't have Source Dance, but it does have Moxie. And also Super Luck is a good ability. If you run with Scopeland, it does have Night Slash to ensure the 100% crit. And you also have Heat Wave to deal with Steel type if you want to run the mixed set with Sucker Punch, Heat Wave, Superpower. Brave Bird is an option. I don't think you run Air Slash though, right? No one run Air Slash. Dark Pulse too. Dark Pulse is gonna hit pretty hard on the physical attacker trying to come in, especially the Rotom or the Landorus. Sometimes they do come in on the Honchkrow. So, but the thing is, we did use it and it didn't do much work. I think it's a better option than Absol if you use like a weird Dark type right here. But it's kind of frail. I think it's a little bit frail. Getting it onto the field is also pretty hard. I know it's a flying type as well, so you gotta remind yourself of the rock and stuff. And you're not guaranteed to kill one thing when you come in. And even if you kill something, you're probably gonna die on your own because it's gonna be some neutral target like probably a Garchomp or a Clefable like that. You do 2H KO them, but you're gonna die right after as well. So it's like, I don't know, it's the Raptor, but like Absol, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But I don't think it's App, definitely. I think it's like D or something like that. They'll put it in D. Why not? Very happy with D tier Honchkrow right here. I have no regret. Let me make this screen smaller so you can see the... Wait, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. You can see the next Pokemon. Sniper Kingdra videos. Cyber Kingdra is not I don't think if used a lot it's gonna be strong because they're gonna be aware of that, but if you use once in a while they're not gonna expect that and it's just gonna kill everything, especially against offense or like balance. No, just offense. Balance, they're gonna have a Ferrothorn, especially against offense because they all their Pokemons are frail. After one agility you pretty much kill everything. Have to use screen though because you won't have time to set up. So that's about it. Okay, so let's move on to the Chatot, which is gonna be F tier. We had fun with this Chatot, right? We did with the Zapdos discharge, paralyzing them, and then Chatter just confuse them. You know, some para fusion shenanigan right there. We did have fun, but there's no denying that in that video, if it's not a Chatot and it's like a Swallow, it still win. Even easier. So this one is like it's not as good as Swallow. Its speed tier kind of matters a little bit. It's decently fast, but it's compared to Swallow is nothing, right? My man Swallow faster than Tornadus. That is a big speed tier to cross. It's even faster than Weavile, so if it's locked into knockoff, Iso Crash, something like that, you can come in and Boom Burst, pretty much get a kill. Unless they have something like a Heatran or like Tyranitar, at least you can U-turn out into some of your physical attacker. So it's definitely the Chatot. I think it's gonna do okay in F tier, right? You don't use it in serious team. You don't use it in a serious team, but yeah, in meme team, it's a good meme. It's a good meme. It's not like Shell Smash Shuffle, you know. It's a good meme. Anyway, move on to regular Garchomp. Garchomp is just solid, you know. It's just good. Its typing good. Dragon Ground, I kind of like that. Has Swords Dance. If you run offensively with Swords Dance, Earthquake, Outrage, Fire Fang, Zone Ash, all the stuff you can run. Can also run Poison Jab if you are trying to hit some Tangrowth or like Clefable or something like that. Too bad we don't have Z move, by the way. If we have Z move, it's gonna be easier to nuke those with the Z. If there is Z move, this Garchomp is just gonna be much better. We don't have that right now. We also have the defensive set, which is gonna be the most common set. I don't know why they use it a lot, but yeah, I think the rocker purpose is doing right here is good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, people love Tank Chomp. Maybe too much, but yeah, it's good, so you can't really get upset about that, right? Because it's just good, you know. Also, Self Rock on Rotom, you can Toxic them. A very good matchup against Zapdos, unless they have Hidden Power Ice, which is not actually a problem. You don't die to one Ice anyway. Besides, I even use Yachi Berry as my most used Pokemon on Garchomp. So sometimes they try to hit Power Ice me with Electric, and then they got destroyed back with Earthquake. So yeah, Yashi Berry is my item of choice on Garchomp always. Yeah, it's good. Can run Rocky Helm as well. That's the most common item they trying to run on that Pokemon. I use Yashi Berry though. It has, yeah, solid bulk, solid attack stat. If you're a tank, even if you're a tank, you still hit pretty hard. And you can also run like Fire Blast to bait in the Skarmory and all that stuff. Dragon Tail, Roar, all the options. Solid Pokemon, put it in A. Put it in A. Definitely better than all the B tier Pokemon, I would say. But it's not S. It's not S. Its usage is not justifiable though. It used a lot, like a Tank Chomp and stuff, but it's not S. Yes, it's not S. It's just like a Rotom, you know. Very good Pokemon. Happens to fit the meta. Just not S. Okay, so Mega Garchomp. Bro, I'm putting Mega Garchomp in C. I don't see it any better than Charizard or like Mega Venusaur right here. Even Aggron. I really hate Mega Garchomp, man. I hate it because it's worse than regular Garchomp. Again, we gotta say this about this again. You know what? I'll put you alongside Mega Tyranitar just so people can see, because Mega Garchomp and Mega Tyranitar are the two Megas that are the examples of do not Mega Evolve your Pokemon without thinking. Normally they would think that, oh yeah, it's good, so its Mega Form would be much better, right? Wrong. This Pokemon it's just wrong. I don't know, it's just wrong. Oh, hello, Pure Heart. It's just wrong. Its stat distribution is an abomination. I don't know why they cut its speed. They put more defense and special defense, which are the wrong thing to do. I don't mind more special attack because it does pretty well with the mixed set, Draco, Meteor, and Fire Blast. I think that's the only usable set if you want to distinguish it with like a regular Garchomp offensively. Its Sand Force ability is a little bit overkill. I would rather have Sand Rush, and it's gonna become like, I don't know if it's gonna compete with Excadrill to be the main sweeper. You can use both. No one forbids you from doing that. But yeah, I would love to have Sand Rush if you're gonna renew its speed like that. But you instead put in more attack, more special defense, and more defense, and then you make it slower. What's the point? What's the point? And a lot of, yeah. That's just wrong stat distribution. I think that's just the main problem with it. You know, just you put in the wrong stat. That's all. It can't be bad though. That's why it's in C. But come on, man. Come on, man. If I Mega Evolve something, it's better not be a Garchomp. If I use Garchomp, it's gonna be used to break something to help out my Excadrill. It's gonna be the same as the Southland. Yeah, Southland was also C, right? It's kind of weird. Alright, so that's Mega Garchomp. We move on to Lucario. It used to be the meta. Now it fell down. Is it still a good Pokemon? Maybe, but it's not flexible anymore. It used to be like an insta slot in offense though, with the Source Dance, Extreme Speed, Close Combat, Meter Mash. But now you do have like Zapdos and Garchomp and Gliscor and Landorus to deal with, and it's kind of tough to pick your move, because if you run Ice Punch, you're not having Meteor Mash or like not having Meteor Mash nor Extreme, something like that. You kind of drop one of those for the Ice Punch, and then you lose a lot. Maybe you would have 5 moves. Yeah, I don't know. Or you don't run Source Dance. I don't know. But then you still got walled by what's that? Slowbro, yes. Or like Tangrowth, something like that. Mungus? No, a Mungus can't hit you back, so it's fine. Yeah, okay. Still an okay Pokemon, but it just keeps falling down, so I don't know what to do with it. You don't put it in random balance team though. Definitely, I would much rather use a Conqueror, which is in itself already overused. So I'll put it in C. Yeah, I think C is kind of fair. I can see it doing better than the D tier Pokemon, but not any better. Actually, not any better than some of these C tier more. I don't know, but it's yeah, C is fine. Never saw one playing PvP with Mega Lucario. Well, the thing is, if you use Lucario in Hyper Offense now, then you're gonna win before it comes out, or it comes out and you lose. It's kind of like that. It's so weird. I have like multiple videos of that happening. You know, when the Lucario is out, I lose, and when I win, it doesn't come out. So I have no idea. Lucario is good with Z move. No, not really. It's not a prime Z user in this tier, at least. If there's a lower tier, sure. But in this tier, if you use like a fighting type in Hyper Offense with a Z move, it's gonna be an Infernape. Because of Focus Blast, you can run like afford to run like fully special set with like the new Focus Blast. Even Z Focus Blast kills Zapdos after Stealth Rock, by the way. So you don't even have to click like a fire move like Fire Rim Z, all that stuff. It kills Chansey as well. So if I run like a Z fighting type, it's gonna be an Infernape. Lucario is fine. Its only asset was Extreme Speed, yes, compared to other, but. Yeah, Extreme Speed usually it doesn't work like that. Cobalion. I don't know when we will come. We just had Victini and that's it. And Baby Lugia, but that one is I don't want to say it. Freaking Baby Lugia, who at that? We had Victini, which is cool, you know, cool. So we move to like a very underused Pokemon, which is going to be Hippo. I can't believe after all these months, this Pokemon usage is still not picking up yet. Bro, this one is so good. This one is just so good, but we don't see a lot of Hippo. Actually, we see more these days, so that's a yeah, that's an improvement at least. But I still think it should be used more. It's very solid. If you run like physically defensive, you're gonna be able to check both Metagross and Lopunny pretty well. You see like the A tier Pokemon here, or even the S tier. If there's a Scizor, you can also run Whirlwind. It's gonna slow it down a little bit. You can tank a Dragonite, you know, Pinsir, all that stuff. Eat one hit always. And that is only the physical defensive set, by the way. And if you run specially defensive, it can even deal with Volcarona. If you run like Rock Tomb, if you run Toxic, you can deal with Rotom. I mean, you don't deal with them, but like you don't die and you live at a very decent amount of HP after that, and you already cripple them. So Hippo is very nice. I think I use specially defensive nowadays more than the physically defensive one, because I tend to lose to Volcarona a lot, so I don't like Volcarona. Just use Rock Tomb on them and just finish them. If they are timid, they dodge one Rock Tomb. If they are not timid, they can't two-shot you with anything. So just saying. Hippo should be A tier. Yeah, it's much better than the thing I reuse in B. It should be A tier. It's also set up the sand for the Excadrill. That's one place are, and yeah, I'm happy with Hippo in A. It's not as obviously as much as we love a Hippo, but yeah, it's not as. Hippo is so annoying to play against. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't really have like some problem. I mean, it has like a solid amount of Pokemon that can go around it, but yeah, I can see it being annoying. It's very fat. It has over 400 HP, right? Yeah. Defense high, special defense decent. Attack stat is no slouch. Yeah. At least it can one-shot the Excadrill and the Bishop, which are the two things that it checks normally. So the Drapion is gonna be next. Well, I mean Dark Poison, right? That's not a bad typing. We use it a couple times. It was fine. Not impressive. It was fine. I don't know. I should put in D though. I don't feel like it has like a niche. Hey, good night, Nicholas. Or good day, I guess. It's 3 AM. Wow. Good night. Yeah, I would put it in D in terms of like power and all that stuff, but I don't think it has a niche. It's kind of tough, you know. If you run something like Poison Dark, you probably run Muck, right? A low Muck. Yeah, this this is odd, just a little bit odd. If you run like a poison type Pokemon offensively, you're probably gonna run like Scolipede or something. With Toxic Spike, you're probably better off running Scolipede. I don't know. You do have Pursuit, but then if your job is to Pursuit, you better run like a better Pokemon for that, which is gonna be either Weavile or the Alolan Muck. As I said, Alolan Muck is more bulky, Weavile is faster and hits harder. This one is so mid. I don't know. It's so mid. I don't know if there's any reason you could use it in a team. I gave it 2 chances, but I feel guilty putting it in that because it's actually not. Yeah, Crocodile is just amazing. Yeah, I feel guilty because it's not a bad Pokemon in itself, but you know you have better Pokemons always, so I don't see it being used for anything at all. So I'll put an F for now. I don't know, the overall tier list, when we combine all the uncommon and common Pokemon together, it kind of shows some very contrast, but then we're gonna fix it later. But yeah, for now I'll put it in F. I don't see any reason to use it. Looks derpy. Wait, it doesn't look that derpy though. I mean, I don't like its 3D model on Showdowns. Well, looks kind of weird. I don't know. Let's go for Toxicroak. Oh, another poison type, and it's all fighting. I mean, Toxicroak is kind of nice. I don't mind it. So we have used both the physical set and the special set before. If you run special, you do have options of running Vacuum Wave alongside Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, or plus Focus Blast. But I don't trust Focus Blast a lot. And you can also run Icy Wind if you hate like Landorus, Garchomp, and Gliscor. Mainly Gliscor though, because you don't have anything to hit Gliscor. At least Landorus, when they take the Slush Bomb and they get poisoned, it's going to be annoying for the Landorus. And Garchomp, you do one-shot if you Nasty Plot on the switch, and then Focus Blast, the physically offensive Garchomp one. Yeah, I think it's nice. When you run physical, you kind of have the counterpart of it, like you know, Ice Punch. If you want to run that, you don't usually run Ice Punch though. It's usually Sucker Punch, Gunk Shot, Swords Dance, and Drain Punch. So we did use both, and the physical one seems to work better. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I was bound to believe at some point that the special Toxicroak is going to perform better, but it never happened. I mean, we straight up killed a lot of things with the physical one. Even in balance team, it's not even a rain team, right? It's not even a rain team. So I already used special set in rain team before, and the physical one outside of it, and the physical one seemed to work better. Maybe I should like mix it around, use physical in rain and special outside. I don't know. I don't even know, man. I think this Pokemon is okay. I'll put it in C actually. I think it's better than most of the D Pokemon. Actually, it's better than all of them. It's very good offensively. Of course, you don't use it defensively unless you use it to wall Kerio. That's kind of funny. It was both Kerio stab because it has dry skin, and then it's a poison type, so the fighting move is gonna be resisted. But then again, it is very frail. So if you get like Focus Blasted or like Sacred Sword, you're probably gonna take a lot, like half. So I don't know. I guess it's a temporarily stop to Scald and Hydro Pump, all that stuff. I guess help rain teams versus Bishop. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Works. It works. Put in C tier. So let's go for Carnivine. It's gonna be a solid F. What does it have? Sleep Powder, not impressive. Swords Dance, yeah, sure. As if we don't have a simple like Breloom to do that. Sleep Powder and Swords Dance, yeah, sounds like Breloom to me, except for the fact that Sleep Powder is 75. Power Whip, wow, such a nice stab. If only your ability is not Levitate. What is Levitate, right? It's Levitate. So it's a grass type. It has Levitate. which does not help much. Power Whip, knockoff, does have knockoff. Maybe that's a better thing that the Drifblim can't have. No, it's just Earthquake. It does learn Earthquake. Well, you know, when you think about it, yeah, totally. Drifblim is just better. This one is also slow, right? Very slow. If you use Z-move on it, you use like Z Impact or something like that. I don't even know, man. This Pokemon is just bad. Bad, man, bad. S+ material. If you are a walking meme, you're definitely S+. Alongside Kecleon and all that stuff. Wait, this one is a levitating meme though. It levitates, guys. It helps, It never takes earthquake damage. What an amazing Pokemon. Right? Very amazing. Alright. So, let's move on to regular Abomasnow, which... sadly, I think I have to put this in F tier because I don't think Mega Abomasnow is a usable Mega for our tier. It just had way too little going for it. What do you have? Blizzard, 100%. But then, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have something prepared for you. Granted, you do have things prepared for them, but you on you on behind, right? You gotta predict. So if you want the Heat Trend to come in, you click Earthquake, anticipate a Tyranitar, maybe you click Wood Hammer. All of that works. It works. But you're also very slow. So I don't know. You're also very slow. So if you predict wrong, you're probably on the back foot already. And even the Tyranitar, I don't think it dies to one Wood Hammer. Maybe if it's like Choice Band, it's gonna die. But if it's Defense, it doesn't die. This Pokemon move pool is not bad offensively, but it's just slow. So even if you use in Trick Room, I would much rather prefer Mega Heracross because Heracross is just very bulky. Its typing is much better. It can also Source Dance. It's very consistent. Doesn't lose to Bisharp. This is an Ice type, so we're going to take 25% after the Shock Rock. And then setting up the Hail is alright, but it can easily be reset by a random freaking Tyranitar. Very slow, yeah. Not worth for Trick Room. I wouldn't use it over Heracross always. Mofu is not bad. At least it's that's his saving grace because it can run both physical and special. So Blizzard and Wood Hammer is not bad. You also have Earthquake for each run, right? Maybe you're lucky and you have Hidden Power of Fire too. I don't know. Yeah, I'll put the Mega one in D tier and the regular in F tier. I don't know. This amount difference between Mega and the regular one might be not that big actually. I almost feel like I can put them in the same tier, you know. Almost feel so because the regular one can run like the Hail Rock, was that Icy Rock? But then again, why would you run it if you can run like a Ninetale perhaps? So yeah, I don't know. Definitely not recommend to use this Mega. Its Mega Zone is very easy to obtain, maybe the easiest and the more. You just check some trees and its Mega Zone is gonna fall down. As easy as it is, I never got it. Because I don't think I would use a Mega Abomasnow anytime soon. Even though my name indicates that I should use something with Hail. But I rarely use them. So, it's weird. It's weird, don't question it. It's weird. Let's move on to Electivire and Magmora. The two of these, I'm gonna put both in F. I don't see any reason to use them. Again, another physical attacker. Electric typing here, by the way. It's just so miserable. I don't know. It can run Mix Set with like Flamethrower, Overheat. No, can't learn Overheat. Only learn Flamethrower. Yeah, sure, but that's the best thing you could have, I guess. Has Wild Charge, right? Recoil. Cross Chop. No one runs that. Earthquake. Pretty nice, I guess. These Pokemon move pools is so weird. It should be better than that though. I guess its coverage is not that bad, but when you look at it, it's a physical attacker, so Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin, all those stuff. One wrong click and you already take half your health. for no reason. About the Muck Mortar, obviously you don't use it over some fire type right here. I wouldn't even use it over like an offensive Rotom Heat. Not even to mention if you go down, I mean if you go up further, you're gonna have a especially offensive Infernape right here, which you can run, which is apparently better, and can't even compete with Volcarona and Charizard Y and Heatran. Can't even compete. So yeah, put an F here. I don't see any reason to put it higher. I mean, it has Focus Blast, Lava Plume, Earthquake. Yeah, it can run Earthquake. Yeah, definitely. Choice Spec Set. Ability is a little bit weird. It's Flame Body. I guess the Volcarona also has Flame Body. But at least Volcarona can tank some hit. Okay. Snow! What is even is DFE? I have no idea what it is. I have no idea. Okay, let's move on to Leafeon. Unfortunately, it's gonna be an F. Wow, this is such a big F tier, man. Such a big F tier. Leafeon and Glaceon, instantly F. Probably have to explain. I mean, Leafeon, move pool again. Move pool problem. You have Swords Dance, which is pretty nice. Chlorophyll, nice ability. Leaf Guard, don't count that. Yeah, Knockoff is like your best neutral move to hit something that you can't hit effectively. Executor and Leaf Blade. I think Executor is okay if you see a lot of tank growth. Leaf Blade is definitely the stat, so you keep that. But then you have like your most accessible move is like Knockoff. Did you try Z-Dig or like Z-Gear Impact to nuke either Heatran or Zapdos? That's kind of funny. But it works once. It only worked once. And we don't even have Z-move, so... What am I saying? What am I saying? So that's Leafeon. It's also way too bulky on defense, I think. It should have like more attack. Its speed is like enough if you have Chlorophyll. But it should have way more attack. Because its defense is like high for no reason. It has a very high defense. I think it can tank like a U-turn pretty easily. So that's our Leafeon. Glaceon is pretty much the same. No, it's lower. It's lower. Its special attack is decently high, but it's also way too more bulky. Yeah, you should get more speed. You should get more speed instead of those special defense, because these two just have the wrong stat distribution once again. Yeah, Glaceon should be faster. Its move pool is not great either. Has Blizzard Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, and what? No, it's just that. Blizzard Ice Beam, Shadow Ball. Do we have other coverage? No, Hidden Power is your best bet. Not really. Yeah, no. Wish Protect. No one runs that. I keep thinking of Choice Specs Glaceon. But, yeah, if you run Wish Protect, you better not use a Nice type for that. It's gonna take 25% from rocks, unless it has like Regenerator or something. So, yeah, not worth it. A lot of F. So let's move on to the regular Gallade, which is gonna be... Well, you don't use this one either. I don't know. If you look at this here, yeah, I don't think you use it in like a niche spot. In terms of the power alone, maybe it's... I don't know. You don't use it. I even use Hitmonlee over this, so... I would rather use Hitmonlee, so... it can't be a bad Pokemon though. It can't be a bad Pokemon, because its stat is not that bad. It does have access to Swords Dance, Knockoff, Zen Headbutt, Shadow Sneak, Leap Blade. Why use Leap Blade in this circumstance? Okay, so I don't find any niche for it, so I'm putting an F. You know, if you don't find any niche and there are Pokemon that can do better than you, I'll put an F. Well, unless you are clearly better than doing something. I don't know. Put an F. For now. Careful, Bulk of Drain Punch. I bet you they're gonna use like Mega Gallade for that set also. Yeah, actually saw some Gallade with that set. It's weird though. At least they utilize it correctly by using Veil or like Screen. So I'm not upset, but yeah, it's still pretty weird seeing that because you pretty much got walled by Clefable, very common Pokemon. And also, you know, you don't want to Drain Punch into the helmet and the I don't know, helmet and the what's that? Ruskin, yeah, the Garchomp or like Landorus. They just pivot, lower your attack, you turn out into something faster and then kill you. Yeah, not really reliable. It's weird. So let's talk about the Mega. I actually think Mega Gallade is okay. It's not as good as Mega Medicham, obviously. But it is a little bit faster, which makes it better. And you, for example, if you see a Lopunny lead, you're not too vulnerable to a fake out lead. So because you have inner focus, yes. People tend to forget that it has inner focus though. Go to sleep. Hello. Good night. Yeah, so not as good Medicham, so definitely not A tier. Is it? Oh, I think it's like Heracross and Gardevoir right here. I'm gonna put it beside Gardevoir. It makes sense. It's certainly worth Mega evolving in some situation. I think it's much better than Garchomp and Tyranitar, definitely. Sepsal, well, yeah, I do have a Gallade team that I usually use with the Kyurem and stuff. Because I like it more than Medicham. I do need the 350 speed in that team. So yeah, sure, I'll put it in B. Fair enough. Zapdos is kind of annoying, obviously, but you can run Ice Punch. You can choose to run that. Shadow Sneak it's actually one of the moves that I don't like running, but sometimes it works against me, and it's kind of frustrating. They suddenly have Shadow Sneak. It's so bad though. Yeah, B tier. Decent attack stat. Decent speed. Okay, everything about it is just okay. Don't mind it. I don't mind it. Probopass is gonna be F. I'm ready to piss some people off because Probopass is their favorite Pokemon. Probably meme Pokemon too. Yeah, again, Rock Steel is a terrible defensive typing. It's just terrible. S tier mustache. Should we rank all the Pokemon with the mustache and it's gonna be S tier? Rank all Pokemon based on their design. Well, this Pokemon design is kind of weird as well. I don't know why you have a nose as big as that. So yeah, then you add the mustache and then you have ears, hat, almost like a human head. But your Rock Steel, yeah, Rock Steel is just terrible typing. Maybe in lower tier it works because you know your defense and special defense is so big, and you also have Magnet Pull, which is kind of funny. Magnet Pull, and then you have Stealth Rock. Yeah, I can see that, you know, worked out. Volt Switch as well, you know, generating momentum. I can see the Fortress in this Probopass, but if you use something like that, I would pick like Fortress 100% of the time. It's not gonna be Probopass, and we just move on, you know. Toxic, Protect, Stealth Rock, Volt Switch. I think that's his normal set. I can picture someone using that set. Just not a Probopass. It's probably gonna be something better. What? Toxic, Protect, Stealth Rock, Volt Switch. Wow, it seems like an Empoleon, but just replace Scald with Toxic. No, Scald with Volt Switch. Yes. All right. Move on to my favorite snake Pokemon. It's gonna be Serperior. Oh wow! Just in time, Johto is here too. So, you know, I'll put an S tier right now, right? Not really. I mean, after a while. I mean, this Pokemon carried me a lot of times. Even without Glare, it still carries me. I like running default on this Pokemon in Balance Team as well. So it checks a lot of boxes for me, right? If I want something to make my slow trucks like Crawdon or like something that hits pretty hard but slow work, it's gonna be the Glare Serperior. I don't like Zapdos with static because it never works if you're the owner. Thunder Wave Clefable is fine, but I think Glare is more reliable. And you also use it with Screen, right? Obviously, I'm the one who popularized the Screen Superiors, and now they all run it, so that's my fault. Because seeing a meta game with all offense is not ideal. It's not ideal. So that's why I stopped using it for a while. But now we back with Serperior. It's a very good Pokemon. You can't go wrong with a Serperior. Well, if you don't have Hidden Power Fire, maybe don't use it. Yeah, no Hidden Power, maybe don't use it. I did had a time where I have to try to win a ladder tournament just so I can get a Hidden Power Fire Serperior, because before I already run like Subseed, Glare, and Leaf Storm. But then after that, Hidden Power Fire is just so good. So I put an A tier. I was hyped for this Pokemon a little bit after that, so I put in I would have put in S. It was like last year or something. But now things are down a little bit. I can see sometimes it's very irritating, especially against Tornadus, by the way, because even if you paralyze Tornadus, they have the slow U-turn, so they slow U-turn out into something faster than revenge kill you. So that's the biggest thing I have with this Pokemon. Heatran is alright. If glaring the Heatran, if I can glare the Heatran, it's very good, because normally I run offense and there's gonna be a Mega Scizor, which is always gonna be slower than Heatran. But then I glare the Heatran because Serperior baits in Heatran. So it's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah, I put in so much work despite torn Heatran. Yeah, you can get value out of it like always. It's the value, it's the glare. And then you can also bait some bad curses from your opponent as well. I mean, there's actually some people that I don't know, want me to say sorry because I use glare. Like, no, I use glare specifically for the paralyzed, and of course the good thing, the cherry on top, is the lowering speed. So yeah, no sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I use it for the exact purpose, so no sorry. So A tier is I think it's fair. Move on to Emboar. Hits pretty hard. It's like a Rampardos, but it's better. It's not all about attacking. It's definitely better than Rampardos, but I mean, they probably born in the same family though, because your power is kind of insane. You have the Reckless with Smash. It can run Smash, by the way, but then you're gonna die to recoil. I don't know when you would run that normally. Maybe with the Z move, Z Smash. Nuke. Has Spell Blitz, has Sucker Punch, has Superpower / Hammer Arm. You can also run Grass Knot if you feel annoyed by the water Pokemons. It's okay, but of course you don't use it anywhere. Right? Even it's so hard to slap into a team as well. It's low, right? It's low. It has high attack, but it's very slow. But at least it has some bulk, and its typing, its fighting type and fire can make some, you know, for some useful resistances, all that stuff. But definitely don't use it though. At least not now. I can see it doing numbers in lower tier. I don't know if we had one. Man, I should stop talking about lower tier. I keep talking about it because we have never had it. Move on to Samurott, which is unfortunately gonna be the same thing. We don't have Z move here. If it has Z move, I feel like the Samurott's gonna be better because it does have some very nice option for Z. For example, like Z Superpower turning into All Out Pummeling, or like Z Mega Horn turning into Savage Spin Out. Those two are like the most common Z move used on that Pokemon, and it's pretty good to deal with the checks like Slowbro, like Tangrowth, like Rotom and all that stuff. You can nuke them with a Z move. So yeah, like Z Mega Horn for example, just great for Venusaur as well. Yeah, but we don't have Z move, so your move is gonna suck. Your move is gonna suck. Yeah, I don't see like a plain Mega Horn with Life Orb, and then you probably gonna miss you. I don't know. I don't like that. Liquidation, right? Source End. Liquidation. Do you run Ice Beam as a mixed option? Maybe you do. It also has Grass Knot, I believe. Yeah, it has Grass Knot and Ice Beam. So it can run Mix. But its attack side is definitely mediocre. Special attack is also mediocre. Mid. Such a mid Pokemon. And it doesn't have any niche. So I'll put an F. Why not? Doesn't have any niche. So we'll move on to Liepard, which also is gonna be an F. It does a Prankster. It is a Dark type on its own, kind of funny. Copycat. Yeah, I think it has Copycat. Prankster Thunder Wave. Yeah, maybe works. U-turn. U-turn is a big thing. You can U-turn. That's about it, I think. Switcheroo, something like that. Switcheroo. No. I don't think you can carve any niche out of this Pokemon. It's very fast too, right? No, it's decently fast. It's like 360 or something. I can't remember. But Prankster, and then you're fast as well. So I don't know if that's the best combination. I don't know. Then again, you do have a Whimsicott, but its typing, the Whimsicott's typing is actually better at tanking, like Grass. And then, yeah, Grass and Fairy. So Dark, I don't know how well would it go versus other stuff, like other Dark type. It's just pretty much a free setup because you can't cripple them with the Dark type, especially the Bishop, I don't think. So you gotta use her now. I don't know. It's kind of frail as well. It's not the most bulky Pokemon in the world. So F's here, 100%. I also have the F tier Musharna right here because it's a worse Reuniclus. You would love to use a Reuniclus over this Pokemon if you had one, and yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. So we use that. Have Forewarn, which is a weird ability. It never works. It's like anticipation. I don't know what's the point of warning about a move that is coming because you already know. I don't know. Forewarn is a useless ability as always. Synchronize is okay, but then again, if you run this Pokemon, you're better off running Reuniclus, which is always gonna be better. Clefable is always gonna be better. Mew is always gonna be better. So yeah, there's no purpose running this Pokemon. Its recovery move is Moonlight, which is also pretty bad because you don't want to use Moonlight in like weather condition. You has APP for a Pokemon that's setting up like that. You certainly don't want that to happen. So F, justified. Next up we have Unfezant, which is also gonna be F. This Pokemon is just funny. Has Super Luck. Does it have Super Luck or Sniper? Was it Sniper? Yeah, I think Sniper. Cannot Scopeland. Does have Night Slash. U-turn Brave Bird. Yeah. Doesn't have anything to boost though. Probably Woke Up because it's a bird, so it can Woke Up like Pidgeot or something like that. It's very lame. I don't think it's interesting. Yes, it's a very lame Pokemon. Come on, normal flying is always lame already. So I don't see, I don't see it working like that. You can have like better normal flying type always. And this one is even a physical one, so you gotta worry about a lot of stuff like Zapdos, for instance, Heatran, Rotom, or like just free food. You don't hit hard because your attack stat is low. So, well, that's it for the Unfezant, I guess. It's F's here, and we have. Oh my God, what is this? Oh my God, we still have over 100 Pokemon to go. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is still a lot. Zep Striker F's here. Most of these are F though, so I don't mind that. You know, can make it a little bit of fun. Part 3. This is already part 3, by the way. I already did 2 before this. Dude, it's already part 3. I can't take it anymore. How many hours? Oh, only for 1 hour. Okay, I can do a little bit more. I'll try to. Well, I can see some good Pokemon here though. It's not all F. If they are all F, it's gonna be much faster. Well, too bad it's not like that. Love from India. Love you. So Zep Striker is gonna be F. It does have like some mix set. Have Overheat, Wild Charge, Volt Switch, Low Cake, which is weird because it can take out Tyranitar maybe. Its attack stat is so low though. I don't think it's one shot. That's about it. Another physical electric type. If you run special, it's fine, but both of its attack and its special attack are low. Both of those are low. Only thing it has is that it's very fast, but definitely not using it over a Jolteon or over especially a Manectric. There's no point. And you look like a Manectric, but you're not. You're just much weaker, even weaker than Jolteon. I don't think you will run this one. The apps here, no purpose. Gigalith, at least I can give Gigalith a niche here, because if I run like Gravity, I would run Gigalith because it does have Gravity, and the Mono Rock typing plus the special defense boost from Sandstorm is actually not bad. So it can tank a lot of special attack hit. I believe it can tank like a Hydro Pump from Kerio even. Good stuff, but you have to compete with other Sandsetter if you don't run Gravity. For example, like Hippo and Tyranitar, and it's pretty rough competition. The other two already in A tier though. So if you have a lower tier, definitely recommend using a Gigalith if you want to run like Sand with Stoutland or something like that. I feel like they're gonna go well together. If I want to put it in C, but maybe it's just a D. I don't know. It has solid stat, not low actually. But okay, we put it in D. There is little reason to use it Mon right now, but it definitely has something going for it. It's not useless at least. I'll put it in D. I can even bump it back to C, I don't know. But I kind of like this Pokemon, so it's fine. Next up we have Zubat, which is going to be another F. You do have like a nice simple Calm Mind, which is going to boost you by 2 stages for each. But it sucks. It really sucks because its defensive stats just bad. Flying Psychic. I never like any Flying Psychic Pokemon except for the Xatu, but that's because it has Magic Bound, so it has like a pretty nice matchup against some of the Rocker, especially a Ferrodor. This Pokemon, Calm Mind, Sword Power, you know, if you take its moveset, Calm Mind, Sword Power, Heat Wave, and Roost, and then you also combine it with Simple and put it on another Pokemon, another good Pokemon by the way, for example like Gardevoir, even screw it, put it in Xatu or something, they're gonna be much better than this Pokemon. This Pokemon is very miserable. Even after one Calm Mind, you still you still can't take the special hit well. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird like that. Not even to mention the physical one. I mean, bro, come on. The physical, the physical side. I don't think you can take like anything. Especially when a Tyranitar come out, you're kind of dead. No move to hit it with. Yeah, kind of dead. It does have Energy Ball, right? It doesn't kill Tyranitar ever because its special attack is not that high. Its main way of hitting Pokemon hard is to store power. So if you resist that, or you like just immune to that, or its other move is not gonna do any damage to you. So yeah, it's definitely F tier. I don't see it being any better. So let's just move on to a really good Pokemon right here. It's gonna be Excadrill. It's nice, it has Rapid Spin, it has Shock Rock, it has amazing ability in Mold Breaker, and if you can run Sand Rush, it's gonna be nice too. Sand Force is a little bit overkill, but you could run that, but I don't think it's gonna be useful. Sand Rush, you know, main sweeper of Sand Team, if you use that, a very good rocker. Good lead as well in offense if you run with Mold Breaker, and it can also be run as Careful Nature to check some stuff, because it's at the end of the day it's still a Steel type. I mean, its defense and special defense is not great, but it has good HP. Yeah, again over 400 I think. So it works. Also have Swords Dance to buff its special to buff its attack. Overall very solid Pokemon. Is this S tier, well, you gotta wait for a rapid spin to raise your speed in Gen 8. Then I might consider. I mean, even then, I don't think it's S tier. It's very. It's kind of like the Pokemon that works, but yeah, I don't see it being S tier. Is A alongside a lot of good Pokemon right here. Very solid, you know, can't go wrong with that. And you can also run Scarf, by the way. Choice Scarf Excadrill is kind of underused right now. They used to use it a lot in the past, but I don't know why they stopped using it. I mean, even if you see like a lot of Skarmory just on the Max Zone or something, of Skarmory, and yeah, you're not afraid of Rotom. Actually, this is only Skarmory right here in this list at least that can deal well with the Earthquake. Even Hippo, you lay up some Spike, it's like Self Rock, all that stuff. Earthquake's gonna be pretty nice. So that's an A Excadrill. Audino is honestly, regular Audino is not bad. It does have something going for it. You know, Regenerator is always gonna be one of, if not the best ability of all time. You also have Wish support with Protect, and then you also have Knockoff, Heal Bell, and can't forget the Trick Room Healing Wish and Take a Bit. Yeah, Trick Room, exactly. Yeah, so it's overall very solid. I like using it in Trick Room more because in Balancing you tend to use something like Aloe Momola, but this one does have Healing Wish and like Heal Bell and Knockoff. Mola also have Knockoff, yeah, so only Healing Wish and Heal Bell, yes. Toxic, you can run it. So I don't think using it would be any better than any like other regenerator mons, but it's definitely nice. It's not gonna make your team like worse or something. I mean, it just means that you have better options, but you're not gonna be worse using it, you know. Mega Audino though, I'm gonna put it in F tier. This is probably because we don't have a lowest here. Mainly because of that, because if we have one, I feel like this Mega Audino probably gonna be okay. But wasting a Mega Stone on it when you can like Mega Evolve literally anything else better is kinda sucks for it. So if there's a low tier and all the other Megas are in like upper tier and you have no options to Mega Evolve anything but Audino, it's gonna be a nice boost. Actually, I can't even think it's a boost because Regenerator gonna get removed for like no ability. Basically, Healer is no ability at all for single at least. It has Fire Blast, Dazzling Gleam. You can run offensively with Trick Room maybe. Fire Blast, Dazzling Gleam. It's very weird. Its typing is nice. I think normal Fairy is okay, an okay typing defensively, but losing the Regenerator sucks, man. So I don't know how you use this Pokemon in OU right now. Definitely not recommended. Using a regular one is much better. And just like with Slowbro, right? If you use a Mega one, you're probably gonna stay as regular most of the game anyway. And yeah, you're not gonna see a Mega until the end, or you know, it never comes up. I don't know. So definitely not as useful as the regular one. Oh, what? Conqueror is rare? Oh no, we moved to the Conqueror. What? Did I do Conqueror before? I can't remember, man. Okay, so let's go with Conqueror. I think I went with I don't know. I have no idea. Let's go with Conqueror. Good Pokemon with like very high attack stat, you know, good ability, like amazing ability actually. So you have Shield Force, you have Guts, and you have Iron Fist. 3 of those are good. You know, Shield Force and Guts is just amazing. Iron Fist is alright, but I think the problem is that 3 of those kind of overlaps a little bit. You can see clearly that which one is better and which one is not. I mean, themselves is a good ability on their own, but they kind of overlap each other. So normally you just use one. Normally it's Guts. Shield Force is kind of funny. If you don't want to take any recoil damage, something like that. So high attack, defense and special defense is pretty decent. You want an Assault Vest, Claymore, most common one. Moveset is kind of nice, has Facade if you run Guts. Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Drain Punch, Superpower, Knockoff, Mach Punch. Yeah, especially Mach Punch. I don't think you can function with it without a Mach Punch. So yeah, good Pokemon. Overused though, definitely overused. And yeah, I see it way more than I should, but it's going down a little bit for now, which is, you know, reasonable because people started to realize that it's not that as good. But for a fighting type options, it's not bad. I think it's kind of like B. I don't know, might be a C, but I think it's kind of like B. It's one of the few Pokemon that you don't actually have a switch into. It's not even depends on the set. It can just on one set and it can hit everything already. It hits pretty hard, so not really a Pokemon that you have switching for. But it is kind of slow, so you can like switch around, do all the pivot, and you gotta click the right move as well. So you kind of have to do a lot to sustain. And yeah, B. It's fine. It's fine Pokemon. I haven't used it for a long time. Used to use it a lot actually with the superpower. I like powers, and then in Gen 8 I have close combat, so that's even better. So at least put it in B. He's okay. I think we're gonna stop at Crocodile maybe. Yeah, it's half a row. Yeah, half a row. Devices 7. Yeah, we're gonna stop at Crocodile. So this is Soak. I don't know if I would put it in F or like in D. There's a Hitmonlee here. I don't know. I put Hitmonlee in D. Maybe the Soak is in D. It's very hard to tell. I mean, it has decent speed, decent attack stat. Ability is Iron Fist, right? Or Sturdy, one of the two. So is there either Sturdy or Iron Fist? Its move pool is okay. Has close combat, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Poison Jab, Sonash. Doesn't have Mach Punch though for some reason. I don't know why. But its ability, I don't know what Sturdy does. Maybe it can run like counters. It can run counter, right? I don't know. Maybe it can't. I was thinking of it why I was using it. Yes, we did use one with Choice Band. Admittedly, you have a lot of better options for fighting type like this. Fighting type is like a tough competition, man. FD. Actually, you know what? I would even use Hitmonlee, and like it has Unburdened, so it is something. But Soak is, it has like some solid defense, special defense. Without investment, it can still tank some stuff. Oh my god, I'll put in F for now. I don't know. I might change my mind. I don't know. Put in F for now. Use it one. Was okay. Kill some stuff too. Kind of good actually, but can't judge it yet. Put in F for now. Not that bad of Pokemon though. You can see a lot of F Pokemon that is not bad here, but it's just the way that it works when I don't have the sub tier like D minus or like D plus, something like that. So we did it this way. Levani is definitely F tier. Your Sticky Web is not gonna be enough to lift you up because you are Buck and fast, which is like a terrible typing. You have X-Scissor, Leaf Blade, Swords Dance, all those stuff. I can see a Leafeon in you, and you can use Sticky Web, but like you have better Sticky Web user. You also have like better Swords Dancer with better coverage. Yo, it's actually like a Leafeon. A Swords Dance knockoff, Leaf Blade, X-Scissor. Yeah, basically the same set. Unless you want to use a Sticky Web. Yeah, it's not enough to salvage its typing. So yeah, it's gonna be F for now. Actually, it's gonna be F forever. I don't think I would change my mind about it. So next up was it's gonna be Scolipede, which, you know, I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite Pokemons, but it's very hard to use these days. I mean, if you're gonna live in a tier that is there's no Skarmory, there's no Scizor, nor Gliscor, nor Landorus, all those stuff. You do have Aqua Tail, but there's no Z move, so you don't nuke them. If there's a tier without all of those, which we don't have, right? That is going to be much better there. Unfortunately though, all of those Pokemon are OU, and we only have one tier, so you kind of have to deal with all of those Pokemon at once, and it's very hard to deal with them at once. They are all good Pokemons, in this here. Even the Astyosur, the Landorus, we're gonna talk about in another stream. And Skarmory is also A tier. You have a lot of A tier Pokemon to take it out. Even the Hippo can tank one hit. So I don't see any. Yeah, it's very hard. Yeah, even with Magnezone too, right? Even with Magnezone, you still struggle a lot against some like suboptimal check like Hippo, like Garchomp. Your coverage is pretty nice. I also like Scolipede. Suicide Lead. I see it once, only once. Endeavor, Toxic Spike. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Sounds like a Greninja or something, but it has Endeavor and Speed Boost. So that's that. Yes, it has. Yeah. But I think it's, if there aren't any of those, and you can totally go full on like Berserk mode with your Scolipede, it's gonna be much better. But you need to play more preserving with this Scolipede, which I don't like, and yeah, it's very tough. It's very tough. So for that reason, it's very hard to use. I try to use it like, I don't know how many times, I lost count. It's always so sad too, but it's not like Charizard X where you're supposed to be good, but I know what I have to deal with when I use this mon. But it's still heartbreaking when I see it doesn't work. It's kind of weird like that. Maybe it's because it's your favorite Pokemon, so it's it's a different mentality right there. I can't put it in B tier. I actually think some of these B tier Pokemon can do better than Scolipede right now, and it's kind of sad. But I think I have to put it in C. It's still a good Pokemon. It's still a good Pokemon, but I don't know. It's very rough. It's very rough to make it work, and sometimes it's not even worth it. So yeah, put in there. C tier. Might go up later if something happens. I don't know. We have Whimsicott. Earlier, we had an example of a Whimsicott typing. I mean, Grass Fairy is an okay defensive typing. It just doesn't have any reliable recovery. Doesn't even have Synthesis, by the way. So running it with a tanky set, kind of weird. Makes no sense. You can run Prankster Trick with the Lagging Tail, or you run something else. I don't know. But if you run it offensively, I think it works. Maybe would rather run something like Ribombee though, like Buck Fairy, kind of the same. But Ribombee is faster, and it doesn't have Prankster, but its special attack is a little bit better, probably. I don't know. Chlorophyll. You don't run Chlorophyll Whimsicott in Sun Team, I feel like. Definitely Venusaur is your choice here, and the second option is definitely still not Whimsicott. Get walled by a lot of stuff. You need a hidden power. Even with one hidden power, you still got walled by. For example, you choose Fire, you're gonna get walled by Heatran. Choose Ground, get walled by Scizor and Ferrothorn. Not that good. It does have Prankster, which is its main feature here, because it is Fairy. So if they go into any Dark type, then it's not a problem for you. That's its like redeeming quality here, I think, because all the Prankster before was like Dark type. So if they just go to a Dark type and they have a free setup, but this one not quite a free setup, I would say. It does also have Encore, yeah, Leech, Sub, some weird Sub, Tailwind. Yeah, I really like Tailwind. Maybe that's just for VGC though, like double format. I'll put an F. I don't think we would use it in any circumstances. If I use like Tailwind, I'm gonna use like Shaymin. So yeah, F's here. Lilligant is also, man, what is this Pokemon right here? I actually think it's one of the better Quiver Dancer, but like the better of the worst, something like that. The better of the worst. Of course, you don't see it anywhere. These Pokemon are both rare and not that good, so you don't see it anywhere. That makes sense. Quiver Dance, what kind of hidden power would you choose? Maybe just Fire again, and then you get walled by Heatran. I mean, it has Sleep Powder, own tempo, which is gonna help it not getting paralyzed. I mean, not getting confused by its own Pyro Dance. Yeah, only had more type coverage. You literally just have only a grass move and a hidden power of choice. You don't have anything else. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Pollen Puff? Who runs Pollen Puff though? Yeah, sad. It's very sad. Maybe it has like Focus Blast or something. It's gonna be amazing. I don't know. Focus Blast? Definitely amazing. Yeah, has Sleep Powder. Own Tempo. I can only remember the Own Tempo and then Pedal Dance part, but then you don't get confused, but you're still locked into the grass type move. So if they go into something later to revenge kill you, you're not going to be able to escape. F tier. No reason to put it higher. What about Basculin? Basculin is a weird one. I do have one, but it's not mixed nature. If it's like naive, I would use it because it does have Ice Beam. Yeah, Ice Beam. So I don't want to touch the Garchomp, Landorus, all that stuff. Technically Landorus is fine. At least you're a water type. Mainly just the Garchomp. That's why you run Ice Beam. Or like the physically offensive Tangrowth, you actually two-shot it if you have Life Orb and then Ice Beam with a naive nature. But I have like Jolly, so I don't actually use it. Adaptability is a strong ability, but that's kind of like a compensation for its such low attack stat. So if you use something, it's gonna be either Kingler, it's gonna be either Crawdont. You definitely have better options for like an offensive water type Pokemon. Mainly the Crawdont though, mainly the Crawdont. So your thing is that you are a little bit faster, maybe over 300. Is that worth it? Well, not if you can't break stuff, right? You do have Head Smash as well. That's kind of funny. Head Smash, does it have superpower? I forgot. So no idea about this one. I'll put in F. I haven't used it. I might try it out. I don't know. It might be a very strong Pokemon in lower tier because the base power is just different. So it could run up to D or something. But for now, I'm putting in F. It's not a bad Pokemon if you look at it, but I wouldn't use it over anything like a Crawdont. Yes. So the last Pokemon of today is gonna be Crocodile. So Crocodile, definitely one of the most underused Pokemon ever here. It's even like more underused than the Hippowdon. And I think it's a very good Pokemon. I've been using it a lot lately, and it's very solid. It does a lot of stuff. It is a Dark type, and it is a Ground type, so those two are very useful immunity for some stuff. For example, even if you have a Medicham or a Metagross which can hit it super effectively with the Hammer Arm and then slash high jump kick, you can also go into the Croak if you have to on the Zen Headbutt, and then you can Choice Scarf, Earthquake them, or like Pursuit them. Normally, if it's a Metagross, they're probably gonna switch out because you're a Ground type and Earthquake. Sometimes it doesn't kill. I think it's a roll or something, but they're gonna run, and Pursuit is gonna be very useful. You can afford to Pursuit too because you don't die to one hit, thanks to Intimidate. So I think Intimidate works pretty well this Pokemon. Do not use Moxie. Do not use Moxie. Moxie is not good for the way you use it in the tier at all. Moxie is for like a sweeper, but this one, it doesn't sweep. It's not like that. It does have Swords Dance and stuff, but it doesn't sweep like that. It has very good utility, is all I can say. It also has Stealth Rock, you know, Taunt, Earthquake, and Pursuit. I mean, Pursuit is just amazing. Pursuit is amazing. Pursuit compared with some of the other Pursuit user like a Tyranitar or like a Weavile. This one definitely has something going for it, which is gonna be the big thing, is the Intimidate. I feel like I'm repeating some stuff here. I don't know. I don't know. And Knock Off is a very spammable move. This Pokemon is very solid. I would recommend using it if you're missing like a Choice Scarf Pokemon. I mean, granted, Scarf Landorus is still the go-to most of the time, right? But this Pokemon with Choice Scarf is very nice. And make sure that it's Intimidate though. Don't run Moxie. Don't run Moxie. Moxie is just fancy. I don't know why they keep pairing Moxie with Intimidate, because Intimidate is just better most of the time. Yeah, why they keep doing that? To the Salamence, to the Gyarados, and now this Pokemon. Why do they keep doing that? Moxie is a good ability. But then it got paired with some top competition with like Moxie or the Guts or Moxie. Guts, Moxie, or like Moxie and Intimidate. Yeah, kind of weird. But yeah, definitely recommend using it. It's a good Pokemon. Try it out with Choice Scarf set. It's gonna be very solid. And well, I guess we stop here in this stream, and I guess there's gonna be one part left of all of these. Bro, I feel like this is still like 100 of them or something. The screen is very small. Still 100 of them. Maybe. But yeah, I think it's enough talking for today for me. So I'll see you in the next stream then. Thanks for joining. Bye.